Welcome back to the Football Frenzy. We'll start the second half with a red-white crossover. Grand Rapids Christian at Hudsonville. Hudsonville fans were fired up because they scored first, but Christian answers. Malik McLaughlin, 9-yard touchdown. It was 7-7. Hudsonville had the ball deep in its own territory. Pass is broken up and picked off by Kyle Koch. Diving catch, fantastic. That sets up this. Tyler Sigler on the quarterback draw. Got a little room. He gets stripped right there, but it falls right into the arms of Miles Anderson. Touchdown, Christian. They go on to win it 34-7. The
1-2 Wildcats of Jenison joined in an enviable task of going to Rockford a week after the Rams were shut out 45-0, their worst loss ever under Ralph Munger. Worst overall since 1976. Ethan LaCourte says enough of that. Takes this in from 7 yards out. First of his two TDs. It was 7-0 Rams. Then late in the second, Rams now up 14-zip. Austin McKellar steps up and then lets it fly to Josh Olson, who goes up and gets a foot down. That made it 21-zip. Ralph and the Rams roll tonight 42-0.
Next stop near the Lake Shore, Mona Shores with a chance to start 4-0. All they had to do was get by Grand Haven first quarter. Mona up 7-0. Grand Haven's Carl Johnson going to go deep to Ryan McGuire, and they're going to connect in a big way. An 83-yard strike ties the game at 7. Still in the first quarter, Mona going to find their answer. Tyree Jackson with a beautiful rainbow ball to Hunter Boersma, who hauls it in. A 30-yard score. 14-7 Mona on top. Second quarter, 21-7 Mona. Tyree Jackson again on the option, this time going to pitch it to Boersma. He punches it in from 5 yards out. Mona Shores now 4-0. They win it 42-35.
Fresh off their thrilling come-from-behind win over East Grand Rapids, West Ottawa made the bus trip to Kenowa Hills. Kenowa trying to score here, but the pass picked off by Alex Zimmerman in the end zone. Fourth quarter now. West Ottawa up 21-0. And that's Jared McNitt to Zimmerman for the 25-yard score. 28-7 West Ottawa wins. They get Rockford next week.
Another okay red-black crossover in Muskegon. 2-1 Rockets of Puffer, 2-1 Falcons of East Kentwood. Sometimes this happens when you go to 20 games every week. 14-7 Reese Puffer up. Fourth quarter, that's EK on 4th and 8. Kyle Freiberg's pass falls incomplete. Puffer then would ice it on the ground. The defense for the Falcons needed to get the ball back. Julian Monday says that you're not going to get it back as he breaks off this long run. Reese Puffer goes on to win tonight. They double up the Falcons 14-7.
A huge battle in the Central State Conference. A couple of undefeateds, and the conference title, you have to think, has to go through Reed City or Newaygo. Tied at 14 in the third quarter. This is all about clock control for Reed City. A big pickup, Chad Samuels to Josh Sias for a 33-yard gain, and they milked it. Tied at 14, still in the fourth. Reed City's Samuel's going to give it to Andre Jones for the huge gain. He's going to pick up 54 yards on the play and set this play up as he scrambles around, finally brought down, sets this up on the same drive. The game-winning TD. Samuel's giving it to Colin Hatfield, who goes for a 29-yard score. That's the difference, 22-14, Reed City.
Game 16, an OK Gold opener between South Christian and Wayland. Wildcats went winless a year ago, but they've got a 2-game win streak coming into this. But John Wasink, quarterback keeper, untouched. It was 7-0 South Christian. And then Wasink again, going to call his own number, drops back, nothing there. Tucks it and runs in for the 4-yard touchdown, made it 14-0. South Christian wins its third straight, 23-8.
Well, let's keep it in the gold, this time in Middleville. 1-2 Trojans of Thornapple Kellogg facing the 2-1 Cougars of Grand Rapids Catholic Central. Garrett Harris back to pass for the Trojans, but picked off by Jalen Taylor Klein, who slips the tackle and takes it back. 13 yards for the score. That made it 21-6 Cougars. And then the fourth, Jacob Rizik will seal it shut. This field goal from 23 yards out. Catholic Central doubling up a TK 24-12.
A tune-up game for Cedar Springs and Zeeland West. Pair of 2-1 teams before they start conference play next week. Scoreless game. Zeeland with it, and Casey Brinks gives it to Danny Bowder. Bowder going to go 52 yards in that wing tee. Finally going to be dragged down by the Cedar Springs defender on the very next play. Brinks again going to give it to Bowder again. And if it's working, keep going with it. Made it 8-0 Zeeland West. And like I said, if you got a good thing going, just keep doing it. Brinks to Bowder again. This one, a 43-yard score. Ducks, no problem tonight. They win it 56-6.
Got a great first. Final stop at Hausman Field. Hastings and Ottawa Hills. This one back in the OK Gold. Rodney Davis, the quarterback for Ottawa. Watch this run, goes 34 yards for the touchdown. The read option called his own number. That made it 42-12. Bengals, Ottawa Hills beats Hastings. Final score, 42-24.